And we back like bra straps. Is Voch Lombardi. No intro. Like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter. Let's jump right into it. We got the young buck, Myles Garrett, at our right defensive end today. He's former first overall pick and all that. Cleveland tied versus Pittsburgh, so they ain't win, but they really ain't lose neither. Let's take a look at Myles Garrett and see the day that he had. Now, Myles Garrett's, say that 5 times fast, his rookie campaign, very aggressive, a lot of opportunity sacks, a lot of pure talent sacks. So we know he's pure talent dude. But I wanted to see can he work on his technique? Can he work on his hands? I see very early evidence of that just off the rip here versus Pittsburgh. Let's take a look. See, first of all, we're going to see him come off the ball. Ball get off was solid, and we see him get those hands inside immediately, right? Let's take a look. Look at the young boy Myles Garrett, man. See how much space that you create opposed to just running down the middle of people. Myles used to run down the middle of people just whooping because he was bigger, stronger, and faster than people. But he actually got hands inside here and he got some extension. So you see how much space that Myles created for himself opposed to being chest to chest with somebody. With that bit of space that he created, now it's easier to disengage and pull the rip move and chase Ben Roethlisberger. So last year, Myles Garrett was a bit relentless. He would sometimes rush as if he was a chicken with his head cut off, if I can give a whack little, metaphor or saying or whatever. But, Myles seems a little bit more composed this year. Let's take a look at the young buck, Myles Garrett, right here. In this particular rush, you see him he gets his eyes on Ben, but he plays the reserve role. You know what I mean? First, nice little engagement with 78, but he's not trying to punch 78's lights out right here, right? You see him gets his hands there, but he's looking for Ben. Where you at, Ben? Bring your tall ass over here, Ben. And when Ben winds up get ready to throw, Myles used those long limbs, okay, to get the ball out of there, to get the ball up out the paint. You know what I mean? I'm kind of impressed with Myles Garrett, dog. Now he's the first overall pick, and he's supposed to be impressing us with things like this. But it normally takes guys a little bit, to get the nuances of the game. Myles is a physical freak, but I thought it was going to take him maybe another year or two to kind of fully get a better grasp of nuance and composure, but. Salute the young Myles finding the quarterback and getting his hands up to bat the ball. YouTube Illuminati is taking money away from your favorite content creators, and people often ask the best way to support the channel directly. I tell them that subscribing to my Patreon. Just $1 a month would increase production and the frequency of uploads. Basically, that means more content for you. For less than a bag of almond M&Ms, you can support the channel, call dibs on requests for future videos, and you can have access to Patreon exclusive material like my throwback film sessions. That's patreon.com/Voch Lombardi. I appreciate the support. Doski Woski. So this gives us a little bit more evidence about Myles Garrett. Let's take a look at him. First of all, his exchange with 78 right here. He clearly just wants to lead Myles upfield in a waterfall type technique, but he ain't really move his feet to get him there. He just kind of defeated Myles' hands to try to get him upfield. And to be fair, last year Myles was the type of defensive end to run all the way upfield and run support. Chicken with his head cut off syndrome, right? Myles Garrett, hey, y'all, look at his eyes. Look at Myles' eyes. Look at his eyes, man. Y'all see him? Always on the ball, man. Not necessarily caught up in the fight between 78. He's engaged with this fight. Wasn't really a big one, but he kept his eyes on the football, right? So opposed to him just running up the field, Myles is going to stop, cut, get into a straight line. He's going to stop the run and cause a fumble. Look at it. Going to cause a goddamn fumble. And he caused a fumble. Salute to Myles Garrett and his damn evolution as a football player, man. I don't know why Pittsburgh thought this was a good idea to block down on Myles and try to kick him, try to pull and kick him out with this right guard here, knowing Myles is way more athletic than you. Myles is way more athletic than you. You know your guard can't pull fast enough to get a good angle on Myles Garrett. Gonna try to pull and kick this man and pass pro. That's what you get. Young Myles with the strip sack. And we back in the football film season, y'all. Follow me on Twitter, man. VOCHLOMBARDI. Drop a like on this thing. Those are free. And hey, man, salute to Brown's Reddit. They hold it down for me. Y'all drop this in your little forums and all that, so you can spread the word about how cold the young buck Myles Garrett is and how much he improved from last year. All right. That being said, man, what I say, like, comment, subscribe. Voch's Voice podcast is on all the streaming platforms. Voch's Voice, or type Voch Lombardi, whatever. And the Patreon is more important than food and water. All right, y'all hold it down for the Doski Woski, the Peasky Whiskey's implied. All right, salute.